Something is just not the same. I haven't been thinking about you.
So our camper is going back in the back to the dealer to get repaired next week. You know, I feel like I didn't even have a summer this year. Busy, busy, busy. Summer just flew by. So now I'm setting up for a yard sale this weekend. You know, the pain of selling your house and moving to a whole new state. This is crazy. It's been crazy busy. Let me share all the things that we have done this summer. One of my projects that I did, this is my work truck. Because I'm putting it up for sale, I had to take the full body wrap off it. The whole entire truck was body wrapped or vehicle wrapped. That took me weeks to pull that off. So there's one project. So in early spring, I went around and power washed all the fences. And my wife went around and scraped them all and painted them all. This whole fence as well. All the way up there. That was fun. And then we had 6 yards of mulch delivered. And we had to wheelbarrow that all the way over here. It's got to be flipped again. But we did up all over there, all towards the back. I painted the shed. That took me a full weekend to do. Crazy. Yeah, let's not forget, we picked up a camper too. That's our new home, by the way. And I sold my golf cart, which took a little time to sell. And I sold my plow. Yep. Busy, busy, busy. My wife and I installed a new gutter in the spring. Add that to the list. But one of my very first projects that I did in early spring to prepare for this whole move and selling our house is I cleaned out my shop. This was a lot of work. You know, I had a big laser machine there. I had a big embroidery machine here. I had big workbenches, heavy workbenches. There was hats all over these walls. I think I got rid of 300 or 400 hats and probably 1,000 t-shirts and sweatshirts that I had to get rid of. So this project alone, this whole room, to clear out this whole room, of course I still got my dust to get rid of and everything, but yeah, this room took a while. And then the whole basement. I kind of wish I took some video before and after, because this was all full. All over here. Of course, we still have some stuff left. And all over here. All over here. All these shelves were full. I had stuff here, another big workbench and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. This is why our summer. We missed summer this year. My wife's been going around and touching up paint. This stuff is for the yard sale. She took all the blinds down and washed them, washed the windows inside and out. All over here. She's in the middle of painting. All these windows. Washed this big window. Washed all those windows. And then we put some wood trim up here. Believe it or not, I had no wood trim up here on the walls for 9 years. It was lazy. So I put the wood trim up. My wife's painting the walls now. Still got to do this whole hallway. This was our guest bedroom. It was really the grandkids when they slept over. So this room was full of toys. Full. This whole corner was full of toys. Over here was full of toys. We got one more dollhouse left, our granddaughter's dollhouse. That's going with her. All these windows were cleaned and washed. We actually put new blinds on those. Power washed the deck, and I power washed the house. Never mind out here. It's a little messy because we had the grandkids over all week. My wife was watching them all week, and so they've been out here swimming, and so we got to get all this stuff organized and cleaned up. We got to go through, we have that shed to go through. That's our pool house shed. Like, we keep all the pool stuff in there. So that has to get gone through. And of course, during all these projects, maintaining the grass, weed whacking, mowing, weed picking, it's been crazy. I mean, all this work, you know, a lot of people say we shouldn't even have done all this work to the house because the house is going to sell no matter what, but you know, we want to make it as nice as possible. We don't want people to have, you know, people that buy it to have to do a bunch of work. So we've been plugging away all summer long. When you're picking up and selling your house, and you know, all the stuff that we had to manage, going through the basement and everything else that we're doing, you know, narrowing it down to a couple of bins because, you know, we don't have like a utility trailer to load up all our stuff, and we're only got the back of the pickup truck, and we can't load up the camper with stuff. It's not designed to load up with a bunch of our stuff. Plus we need it because while we're traveling down there, we're going to stay at some campgrounds. We're going to make an adventure road trip from New Hampshire to South Carolina. So we're going to take our time and stop at a bunch of different campgrounds. So we can't have the camper full of stuff. So donating it, yard sales, many dump runs. It's been a crazy summer. But we signed up for it, you know. This is what we do. This is what we have to do. And never mind, I didn't even go through all the projects. I can't even think of all the projects that we did. I know my wife painted the hallway going down to the basement. She did that as well. But tons and tons of stuff. You know, we had this big checklist. And as we keep on checking off, we keep on adding things. My wife wants her house to be perfect. We want the house to be perfect. We know someone that's going to really enjoy the house. It's a beautiful home. I've done a ton of work to this house. Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this place. And we want it to look good. I know it's kind of crazy. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know, once we have the house on the market, and once the house is under contract, all the furniture, we're just going to donate most of it. All of it, really. We're just going to donate it all. And then we got to move furniture up to my mom's house. We got a spare bedroom up there that we're going to use. So when we come back to New Hampshire to visit the grandkids, we have a place to stay. So we got to move our bureau, our bed, stuff like that up there. So this is what we've been doing. We literally have not had a summer. It's been crazy. I can't even tell you how crazy it's been. A lot of sleepless nights, I'll tell you that. Exhausting days, mentally, physically. Plus planning things down in South Carolina, you know, having the driveway put in, and I've just been crazy. All these details, but yeah, I hope your summer is gone way better than mine, or ours. All right, another crazy video. Peace.